So basically, Hervé, so nice to meet you. So tell me, last time we had an interview together, you were about to start HEC, okay?
Yeah.
So when it was 1 year and a
Yes,
half ago,
exactly. Yes.
okay? But can you tell us what happened during this
Yeah.
1 year and a half? Tell me.
Oh, this was a very demanding and enriching years with my
Yeah,
my journey at HEC Paris. Um, during my program, because I started at HEC Paris, but my main goal was to have to acquire a new skill in finance, and
yeah,
I started at HEC Paris, and got the chance to go for an exchange at the University of Chicago Booth to finalize
yeah.
this specialization. And yes, it was very, very interesting and very enriching program.
Okay, Dimension. Alors, basically, so the first year, so from when to when have you studied at HEC?
Okay, I started at HEC in January 23,
Hmm?
and it is a four quarter program. I
Hmm?
just did 3 quarter in Paris, and finished my last quarter at Chicago Booth University.
Okay, and what did you
I start
study?
yes
So you studied
yeah I start
all
as,
2023. You were at HEC, huh? You've been for
exactly,
HEC
yeah,
from what?
yeah,
From
for a while,
January
for
to
one
what?
year.
Mid December, huh?
Exactly, to mid-December. And yes, and I start the last quarter at a booth at in January 24.
And from when to when? So January 24. From when to when?
Until the end, to until the end of March, the middle of April.
late March. Oh yes. So it was only
Yes,
yes, 3 months. Huh? Okay. And after that, you
yeah,
came back to HEC, or what happened once you were done with
yes,
Chicago?
yes. I come back to HET because I got some certificate to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, some certificate. It is optional, but it is very interesting to get some certificate too. Yes, I went to Paris to get some certificate, and yes, after that I graduate to all this program in June 24.
Graduated in June 24. Alors, basically, the reason why you stay at Chicago, it's of course for its academic excellence, for the collaboration, the
Yeah.
partnership that there's with HEC. At the same time, because your wife
Yes.
studied Chicago in September
Yes.
2022. Am I right? Huh? Okay, so your wife studied
As
December
yeah,
2022.
yeah.
Yeah. So she
Exactly.
studied like
Yeah,
three
my
months
wife
before
was
you.
also a full. Yes, exactly. My wife was also a full-time student at University of Chicago Booth. It is why I really chose this program too. And yes, it is why I chose it, and why we plan to stay here in Chicago to find some opportunities here in Chicago.
So basically, you graduated like last month. Huh? You graduated like 1 month ago.
Yes,
Huh?
exactly.
Basically like that.
Yes, yeah.
So
A
and you
couple
want to
of
stay
weeks
in
ago.
America?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes, exactly.
and you want to stay in America because your wife is in America, first of all, and because second of all, there are more opportunities
Yes.
in the US. So so how is it going?
Yes.
How does it work when you're an MBA graduate coming from France and you want to go for an MBA? How does it work? Tell me. No, you want to work in
Oh,
the US.
yes, yeah. It is a tough journey too, but interesting because you learn a lot of things. For me, as I was in the mechanical engineering and in the power in the nuclear plant, yeah, it I just want to leverage on this technical expertise, coupling with my finance
Yeah.
new skills to work in the project and project financing infrastructure. And yeah, for now I got some good good. I am in good touch with some companies because the renewable energies is a very big field in US right now with a lot of financing. And yes, for me it is quite interesting because yes, I start to get to have many point of contact to have the job I really want to.
Okay. And you intend to start when in around October? Yeah, you intend to start around October?
I hope, but yes, I hope by the end of this summer, maybe by September.
Okay, so you have to be there. Alors, so now you live in Chicago. Where do you live exactly in Chicago? In the
Yes.
city, in the close suburbs? Where do you live now, Hervé?
You know, I'm with my family here. My two daughters. I have two little daughters, and yeah, we are living in the South Loop, around the South Loop, because they chose the school for them, for our kids, and yes, we are living in the South Loop of Chicago.
Okay, and your daughters will start their studies in about 1 month from now, huh? Yeah. Hello.
Yes, in August. In August, yes, they will start. Yes, they
Hello.
will start by the end of August. Yes.
Yeah, they will start in August.
Yes, I can hear
And
you.
they
I
speak
can hear
English.
you.
Yeah. Your
Yes.
daughters speak English. They speak English now.
No,
It's not too
it was
difficult?
a big. No, it was no. There were a big challenge because they were not speaking English. They were just speak French. But I think they learn and they grew very much, like
They grow
very
fast.
fast.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Okay.
it will be. We just try to accommodate with the language here in Chicago. It is a big step for them too.
Alors,
Yeah, it's a very big step for them.
alors, okay, so tell me, so what did you like at HEC? When you were at HEC, tell me the 3 things that you really like when you were at HEC.
Oh,
The 3 aspects of
I would just say
HEC that you like that you find.
Yes, yes. You know, first of all, I would say that it is like you meet in a lot of people, different background. It's a very kind of mix, yeah, and it is enriching to meet that kind of people. And the teachers are also so nice, because for me, I really want to do a transition coming from for engineering to finance. And yes, I found that my specialization at HEC in finance was so sweet, because the teacher was too kind about, or they tried to be sure that we got the basic of finance area for those coming for other areas. And yes, I would say that it is the 2 point and can just pick up from all what I do in HEC.
Yes. Okay, so what did you like? Did you like what the teacher, the environment,
Yes.
the network? What
Yes.
are the 3 reasons why you would advise your best friend to study at HEC?
Oh, I would say that for me, you know, the main point is to choose the career goal, because when you know your career goal, it will help you a lot to achieve that. And for me, if you remember, we got the first interview when I started to prepare for an MBA, and we were selecting the program, and we were just like, okay, HEC is a good point, this one, and I think, yeah, this is the most interesting value of the first call with you, and to be sure that you fix your career goal, after that, yeah, you prepare a lot for all of stuff from GMAT and other. But yeah, when you already fix the career goal you want, and you went to school like HEC, it is also good to be in this kind of environment where you can meet new friends and very ambitious people, interesting with, as I was telling before, very different background. And yeah, it just helps you to grow a lot and to learn. I think, yes. And this, yes, I think I will just resume it like this.
Okay. And how different is you see me? I never studied in France, because you know I'm following my program at Stanford. You know, huh? I'm at Stanford now.
Yes.
The history
Congratulations for
program.
that again.
So yes,
Yeah.
because me I studied more like Harvard, Stanford, and next year UPenn. So I know a bit about France, but I'm not that familiar. So what is the difference between France and the US in terms of teaching? Where did you find at Chicago that you didn't find at
okay. I think the main difference I can mention is the fact that at each HEC we have class every day from 7 to 6, or so, yeah, from 7 a.m. to 6 at the afternoon. And yes, it was very demanding, and sometimes you just need to get more energy to be on the networking, you know. And in USA, it's not the same, because you just need to pick your classes you want. If you know that, okay, maybe I want to go into marketing, you just need to select the classes in the marketing field which can help you to achieve that goal. First of all, I would say that this is and for that you have much time to go into networking and to meet people. And you know, the MBA, the main the most important valuable of an MBA is to network a lot and to meet people. Yes, I will say that. And in other hand, in terms of classes, I would say for me, in specialization in finance, it was, I would say, it was both at HEC and at Chicago Booth was so different for me. I learned a lot during this two step at HEC and at Chicago Booth.
Okay, so you really okay, so it was really so I can see. And but what do you think? Don't you think that it is a bit more global? The approach at Chicago is a bit more global. Students are maybe more selective in their admission process. I don't know. They are more electives. The course offering is wider. No? What do you say?
It's they are more elective just because it is at first at university. In the US, it is a university, and there is many people. There is a lot of people, and for sure it is. I can say there is many electives, but it is not that.
So you see, I'm American centric, huh?
Exactly.
Centric in terms of business schools. So, well, sometimes I'm not an HEC fan anyway. So basically, so did you? So what is the difference? Tell me, Hervé, between the two overall.
Well, I say I can just leverage on maybe some finance. I can say Financial Times ranking. I can say sometimes US school are in the top level. I can say that, but for me,
is it dessert or it's not dessert? Is it dessert?
No, it is for me. It is why I was saying that the main point is just like you have enough time to go into networking, because for me, what makes the really difference is about the networking. And I think that in USA they are more open in the MBA. They really know what is the MBA, and yes, in Europe sometimes it is not the same point of view. But I would say that it is for me what really makes the difference is about how to go into the networking, and if you have enough time to go into that networking.
Okay. So tell me, why? For obvious reasons, you have decided to go to Chicago because your wife was there. By the way, have you attended classes with her, or you were in class with her? No.
We got one class together. Yeah,
it was fun. No?
It was very amazing. But yes, we got one class together.
And who got the best grade? Who got the best
grade? We were not in the same group for that, because it was a group study classes, and we were not in the same group for the project. I can't remember who got the best grade, but I know that I did well for that class. I did very well for that class.
But at the same time, because at the same time, your wife is a quite is quite a bright. Is quite a bright person, huh? Okay, so
Yeah,
that's why
yes,
she must have good grades. Basically,
yes,
you told me last time we talked that you want to be that you want to be that you want to be want to stay in America. So I understand that because your wife got a job in America, and imagine that
yeah,
it is much better paid than a job in France, and also for
yes,
the experience, huh? I guess so.
yes.
Uh, so tell me, staying in America, was it something difficult, or you are happy to have taken the decision? Tell me frankly.
Yeah, no, for sure it is. It was a difficult decision. Uh, First of all, it was the family choice, like yeah, family choice, and a goal achievement choice too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is difficult because when you spend a lot of time in the
in
European
France.
environment or in France, yeah, in France environment, yeah, it's not easy to just change it and to take this big step. But it is also good to go out of your comfort zone to see what will happen. You know, choose to go for an MBA after 10 years in expertise in mechanical field. It's like go out of your comfort zone. It is the same as decide to move to Chicago at this time. It's just a new step, and yes, we are facing it very great for the moment. It is very different environment, very different mind, but yes, it is the for me right now. It is the good point for yeah for me and for us.
Okay, so it's a good thing. Now I'm sure that in 15, 20 years, once you have achieved a lot in life and you see your friends who are losers in France because of Macron and the socialists, you said that it was a good decision to leave a socialist country and
Yeah, maybe.
run by Mélenchon and Macron and all these guys who don't understand anything in economics. No, it's very strange to think that we have people who don't understand anything in economics, but Europe is going to teach them
Yeah.
economics at this stage. You know, it's we're going to be saved by European Commission somehow. Um,
Yeah.
what are your future plans in for the next 20 years?
Next 20 years,
Yeah,
seems a lot,
personal
but I
and
can say
professional.
for yeah, okay, I can say for the next 10 years, for first of all, it will be just to acquire a solid expertise in the structural financing, specifically in the low carbon energy structure, because my main goal was to go back in Africa one day and to implement. There is a lack of energy in Africa, in many countries, in Cameroon particularly, where I'm coming
Yeah.
from. And yes, I hope that if I got a, a deep expertise on how to finance structure like this, like in energy field, it would be a very good for some African country. And after 10 years, maybe in 50 or 20 years, I will plan to go back in Africa to implement this expertise.
Yeah, you know that I'm building a business school with the University of Kofi Annan in Guinea Conakry. Huh?
Yes,
Development
you told me
lecture.
that.
It's
Yes,
just it's a bachelor program only. Huh? It's a bachelor program.
yes,
People
yeah.
complete 3 years in there, and they have their fourth year in a master's abroad. You remember you were in class with many students, and our specialty now is to send people abroad for master programs like MBA,
Yes, exactly. Mm,
Duke,
mm.
but master programs, what we call MIM.
Yes, yes, yes,
Um,
exactly.
so it's a very good thing. So now in terms of the admission process, what's the admission process, by the way, useful for the MBA program? Or once you have completed your GMAT, your TOEFL, it's not very useful, it's done. Or did you learn something
Mm.
when you were at MBA Center that you've been able to reuse a bit, or was it a good preparation to go into your MBA? Or it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just
for sure.
good to let you in, but not good enough to
No, no, for sure, for sure, it was very, very interesting for me because you are very flexible, and after the class in group, you can choose to work closely just with you. And for me, it was very valuable because uh, deal with my job, my family, and all this stuff for preparation was not easy during the morning or afternoon. And for me, yeah, your flexibility was so important for me, because yes, I choose sometimes to work very late with you. And yes, it was interesting. And as I mentioned,
The
before,
question that I have, Hervé, is that was it important? I don't know. Was it useful to prepare the GMAT, the TOEFL, and the application in your MBA itself? I know that it was useful to get in because we got
yes,
HEC, if you remember at the last minute. Okay, but was
yes,
it was it useful? You understand? How can I say?
yeah,
Say,
useful.
I
Like,
wrote you the basic. You taught me how to write. So everything was very useful in my MBA. I got something academically or not, or it was just useful to get in. That's a question that I have
oh,
because I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer
okay.
personally. But maybe
No,
since we are
no,
close, you have me.
yeah, I think that it is useful because it helps you to think differently. It helps you to think quickly. And yes, it is very useful for me. It is useful for the process. It is useful for the process, not when you are in HEC, because during the class we don't want to know if you know how to make some stuff during the GMAT. The very useful of that is the process, the mind you have during the process, the concentration you need to get into the process. And when you are working with some expert like you, and all things are very well prepared and well done. Yes, it is just sweet to continue the process. During the process, it is
There's
a
a
useful
continuation.
tool.
The center was a sort
Yes,
of step one, and the MBA was a continuation. There's no connection between the two, but it was a
yes,
continuation of what I had
yes,
started with you. Okay.
yes,
Um,
yes.
so basically, now all things being said, it's a question that I have as well, for which you're going to answer. Me, I believe I have my personal answer, but does it make sense for an African, for a Cameroonese, to go from Cameroon to France and from France to the US? Isn't it better to go directly from Cameroon to the US? What do you think? If now you had to, if you were like
Okay.
15 years younger, would you do the same thing, or was it a waste of time to come to France, or it's never wasted anyway? Or do you think I should have gone to the US directly, finally?
Okay. For me, that's a very good question, because it really depends of the finance you got. Because the big deal, sometimes people contact me like they want to go into best university in US, but they are facing the same issue, how to finance it.
Yeah.
And it is more cheaper to go to come from Cameroon to go from Cameroon to France than to go from Cameroon to USA, because it is very expensive here in USA. And if you don't have enough finance, and if you don't know how to finance some project or your project, it is not easy. It is why a lot of, like I can say, many people coming from Africa usually start with Europe countries,
Yeah.
to get some expertise, to get some money before moving to USA, to leverage on this money to move to USA. And yes, and it is I think it is the main point of that, how to finance your project from Africa to USA.
Because you see, at the same time, what I see, yes, and usually Africans, especially from the French-speaking part, have family already. But you see,
Yes,
I see, I have a colleague of mine who has been accepted to Duke, and the Duke
yes,
program costs $90,000. It's a one-year program. It's kind
exactly.
of there's a one-year program at Duke. There's a 2-year. There's also a one-year program,
Yes.
and it's a very good deal because they give him $120,000. It's a loan. You see the loan.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So of course it's a
yes,
10%
yeah,
interest loan. I'm not saying that it's, but he has a
yes,
10%
exactly.
interest loan, and he receive a 10% interest loan, and he has $15,000 per semester, okay, extra. So of course
Yeah,
it's life in America is expensive, but if you're very careful,
exactly. Exactly.
And you can because you have no savings. But so it means that he could have gone, if he wanted, he could have gone directly from India to the US, everything being paid, and start his career much before. Okay, that's why
Yes,
I agree
exactly.
with you. It's just a matter of financing. If you can find the financing, so probably, for instance, go for a master in 1 year. Okay, go
Yes,
for the Duke
exactly.
MIM or the Cornell MIM, this type of programs. 1 year,
Yeah.
get a full scholarship. That can
Mm.
be possible. I think that yes, it's true that you're still the generation that has to go from Africa to Europe and Europe from the US, but soon there will
Yes.
be full funding. Okay, so that people
Yes.
how can I say, can study directly from Africa, can switch directly from Africa to the US. It will be the best thing to do.
Yes, exactly.
Good piece, final piece of advice. And basically, at the end, I would ask you to introduce yourself because you did not introduce yourself. Piece of advice. What are the three piece of advice, most important advice that you want to give to the people who will watch this video?
Mm, mm. Yes, I can also give some advice in 3 bullet points.
Yeah,
For those who really want to go into an MBA at this time. Um, first of all, I would just say don't really be afraid to show your personality. When you really want to go into an MBA, just take the decision. Don't be afraid to go into to show your personality and to show what makes you a unique person, because these MBA are very selective and they just want to get sometimes a unique profile, and don't be afraid to show that. Mm, be, Before that, as I was mentioned before, it is really important to fix your career goal, because when you fix
yeah,
your career goal before, you just know how to take power to go into this, to achieve this career goal. And the last point, I would just say prepare well for all the tests you have to. It is the big point, but yes, yeah, you need to prepare well for the GMAT, to know where to who to ask your recommendation later. Yes, I think yes, this is a 3 bullet point I can fix for that.
yeah. So that's one thing. So, Hervé, can you introduce yourself, maybe fast, because we don't know much about you. Hello.
Oh yeah, yeah. As I was already mentioned, I'm
Well,
Hervé
basically, if you can,
Kenson.
the way we studied, personal information, internship exposure, training and education, career, leadership activities.
Okay. Let's do that. I am Hervé Kenson. I was born and raised in Cameroon, where I grew up, and I obtained my first master degrees in physics in Cameroon at university, and I went to the best engineering school in Cameroon after that, where I graduated with master degrees in mechanical, and I moved to France for a double diplomation in master degrees in the stress calculation. And I started my first journey in France as a mechanical junior engineer, but it was in the oil and gas area. But I was always interested in the low emission energy technology. It is why after a couple of years in oil and gas, I just transitioned into nuclear energy, and where I spent these 10 years in the mechanical engineering in the nuclear field. And I decided after that to go for an MBA to acquire a new skill in finance, to leverage on this technical expertise to play a very uh, a big role, I can say, in the financing, structural financing, as I was saying before. That is a little bit about me and my background.
Okay. It's a very good one. Thank you very much, Hervé. I don't know when I will see
You're
you
welcome.
because now you're far away. And but I think it's a very good decision that you have taken, the best, especially when you see what's going on in France now. and it's a good thing. Anyway, we stay in contact. I'm sure that you will send us many of your friends,
Yes.
and many. When your friends are going to find out what is going on for you in your life, many will want to
Okay.
study on MBA. I'm sure. No, I'm sure that they will
Okay.
do it.
Yeah. Yes. Many of them for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's do like this. So my friend, thank you very much. It's always
Thank
very
you,
nice to
Dr.
see you.
Herve.
You're a super kind person. I'm so happy that we have been able to make it. Because it was not
Thank
easy.
you so much.
Remember, we did at the last minute, and lucky enough,
Yes,
it
exactly.
as the last round because we applied to the last round. I know it was not easy. You had a job, you had to resign, but we have been
Yes,
we
exactly.
made it, and I'm happy that we're able to make it, and because you really deserve it, and
Yes.
you become an American. Okay, no, okay.
Thank
So
you, Dr.
thank you
Herve.
very much. I will revert to you anyway, my friend. So it was very nice to see
Thank
you
you.
as usual.
Thank
Thank you.
you.